Watch who?
Hello.
And welcome to Watch Who, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Mark.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm a Doctor Who fan.
And I'm new to watching Who.
Watching for the very first time.
Very first time.
And here we are, everybody. We're outside the government, beyond the police. Today, on To Watch Who, everything changes and Sarah is ready.
Everything changes.
No, that's the name of the episode. So we are doing Torchwood.
Can't believe it.
Do not adjust your podcast feed. This is, yes, a Doctor Who podcast.
It's still To Watch Who, but we're on Torchwood.
We are To Watch Torchwood for the time being, as we are delving into the wider world of Doctor Who. But I think we've got to do it. People have asked us to do it. They want us to do it. I really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It fits really well with all the story arcs in the new series coming up that we're doing. So I think it makes sense to do it. So, I mean, a very different tone.
Well, actually, I didn't think there was at this point.
Well, I was going to say, I don't have too many updates really or anything. I mean, we've probably had a few weeks off. So welcome back, everybody, from the end of season 2 of Doctor Who and our Doskers. It was the last time we recorded. I think we should just start straight away. I'm really excited to see.
The only thing is we met up. Sorry, we already did. The only thing is we met up. That's the only difference.
We did. We did see each other in Brighton, didn't we?
We did. We went to the aquarium and we met Herman and Charlie.
Oh my God, there were these 2 turtles in Brighton Aquarium.
Little turtles. These little rescued, adopted turtles.
Okay, well, there was one that was nice and one was like a, what was it called? Like eel neck or something.
Snake.
Snake neck or something, which was the ugliest turtle I've ever seen. It was really horrible.
Snake. That was Charlie.
Well, we weren't sure what name was what. You called them both Charlie to begin with.
And then we found out the other one was called Herman. But so we thought it was Charlie. And then we talked to one of the guys and he was saying that Herman blows mucus bubbles out of his nose.
Charlie
wraps his neck around their fingers.
Oh, that's horrible. That is absolutely
He's a snake.
I know.
Snake neck.
I know. Anyway,
really long neck. And then they have 2 sea turtles, don't they? Because the aim is that they will go back into the wild eventually. They came from America, and one got hit by a boat, and it has to go for an MRI every 2 weeks in London.
I know, fast. I mean, we learned so much, didn't we?
We learned so much. We were there for like 2 hours, weren't we?
Oh my God, we were watching this ant. Oh my God, I have to tell everyone. Sorry, everyone. Torchwood will be in a second.
I'll pause a second on Torchwood because we have to talk about a leaf ant.
This is To Watch Wildlife, just for a minute. So in the aquarium, there's like this jungle section and they have ants, leafcutter ants. There's like a big dome and, you see, all the soil and everything. You can see them all like scurrying around and building their home and everything. And then there's a tube that goes out and it goes like on the wall, up and down, like low, like right along to the other side of the room, all these tubes connected to another dome with like a tree in it. And the ants are going back and forth through this tubing from one dome to another, like building their nest and taking bits of leaf. And we decided, okay, we need to follow one ant and its leaf.
What, 20 minutes?
Like, we were there a long time because, okay, it's a big wall of pipes and this ant is very tiny and we just wanted to watch it and it was going in and out and we were like, where is it? Where's it going? So we spent ages watching an ant.
They have the exact same exhibition at Techniquest here in Cardiff.
Oh, right.
You know when I said to you, whenever I go to Techniquest, I want to go and see the ants, and I say to kids, yeah, but look at the ants. And I'm like, you're all right, miss. But look at the ants, look at them, how cool they are. And I'm like, you're all right, but look, let's go in the blowing machine, let's go down the slide. I'm like, but look at the cool ants. I think they're really cool. Because they've moved them. They were in this thing downstairs, and I got really upset when I went for the night version. I was like, oh my God, they've got rid of the ants. But they've moved them upstairs and made the tubing even longer. It's like across the ceiling.
No, it's amazing. That's really great. Ants in tubes, absolutely great.
Big fans of ants in tubes.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned Techniquest in Cardiff. I wonder if at some point Torchwood would have filmed there because it seems like We're going to be doing
It's
a lot
everywhere.
of with Torchwood. We're going to be doing a lot of location watches because finally, it's actually set in Cardiff. It's not pretending to be London. That is going to be a big thing, I think. So Torchwood, was on in like the autumn of 2006. So Doomsday, Rose left, and everything that would have been like June, July. So this is October time this was on, and it was on BBC Three to begin with, so I didn't watch it when it was on. It sort of passed me by.
Who are you?
Torchwood.
This autumn introduces the sci-fi drama Torchwood, written by Russell T Davies. Setting their own rules and operating above the law, this crack squad of secret agents protects us from both human and alien threats.
Special access, he says. Torchwood.
Who are you then?
Captain Jack Harkness.
On the morning of January the 21st, 1941, Captain Jack Harkness failed to report for duty. What's going on, Gwen? You seen ghosts?
I'm getting tired of following you.
No, you're not. And you never will. The 21st century's when it all changes, and you gotta be ready.
But who's in charge of you? Is it the government or what?
We're separate from the government, outside the police, beyond the United Nations.
I remember seeing like in the background of someone's like uni house or something, like one of the last episodes. But I don't know why, because I was loving Doctor Who at the time. Do you know what I mean? If something was on now, I'd be like, I need to watch it. It's a new, if this spin-off came on, whatever channel it was on. Well, I mean, I didn't have like Freeview or anything. I didn't have access to BBC Three, I suppose. But there was nothing that made me watch it at the time, which I feel like is bizarre looking back. So I only watched it when the DVDs came out, and they used to back in the day, and I did this with Doctor Who. If there was like a 13-episode series or whatever, DVD Volume 1 would come out and have like the first like 4, and then Volume 2 would have another like 3 or 4 episodes, and there'd be like volumes, and then you get the box set at the end. I mean, and that was peak DVD time around, 2006, 7, around that time. So I got the volumes of the DVDs first, and that's when I really watched it. But no, nothing. I think it was repeated on BBC Two, like late at night. But yeah, really weird that I didn't watch it at the time.
So when did you watch it?
Well, yeah. So when the DVDs came out, which would have been a few months,
much later,
maybe a few months later.
Months later. Okay. No, I've in my head when you're saying this, it's years later. Sorry.
I don't know when between it being on TV and the first volume of DVD, it would have been quite a couple of months, I think, because they were doing that with Doctor Who. They'd have like Volume 1 of like the first 3 episodes of the series, and that would come out quite soon, like the vanilla DVDs, and then you get the big box set right, way down the line. But say it was on October, it probably would have been early in the next year that I watched it. Yeah, I don't know. Really weird why that happened. Anyway, it got really great ratings on BBC Three, like the best ever.
BBC Three though then was like where really cool shows would start. Loads of things started on BBC Three. Not all great, but like Little Britain started on BBC Three. Mighty Boosh started on BBC Three. Like of that time and era, loads of great shows started on BBC Three.
It was more that sort of the youth, sort of experimental side of things. And if something did really well, then it would move over like Torchwood did, yeah. But great idea. I can see why they did it on BBC Three first. To sort of appeal to that market, and obviously it is a bit darker. So I mean, let's go through the story really, because it is, of course, the first episode. It's gonna set everything up.
Well, I'm just gonna say bluntly, this is definitely to me a spin-off, and it feels like a spin-off. I think I was expecting grown-up show, and it didn't. It just felt like a Doctor Who spin-off. This episode.
Okay, maybe I've sort of over-exaggerated the darker... Well, no, we'll see, really. And I was thinking this...
But if we're just talking... If we're doing it like episode by episode, which we are...
Yeah.
This episode is a Doctor Who spin-off. And and it felt... There was nothing really about this episode other than maybe the violence with the gum. But there is nothing about that episode that you couldn't have had like a teenager watching it. And I mean like an older teenager, but we're talking like a 16, 17-year-old watching.
Well, yeah, but you're thinking like Doctor Who isn't for even that. It's more for the younger. I'd say under 16. So it is a shift.
But it is a shift, but it's still that literally was the only thing when she and it's so when she shoots at him.
No, but there's the weevil attacking and everything. That's pretty graphic.
Yeah, but we get stuff like that in Doctor Who.
Not all the blood and everything. Not someone being like proper like munched up on the neck by a weevil.
I think we do get. I think like
you wouldn't get. There's so much blood. There is no blood in Doctor Who.
Maybe you're right. I'm trying to think. You probably don't see the attacks the same.
But also,
I'm thinking more classic here in my head. I'm trying to compare.
But also, this is coming up to 20 years old as well now, so it might be a little bit dated.
This is where I'm trying to compare it to like what I've just seen on TV to now. And you're right with the blood. And also I'm trying to not mix in some classic that I've seen where we've seen things be violent and stuff like that. So it is a hard sort of mix. To me, this particular episode felt like a mix of Rose introducing a new character.
Absolutely, yeah. You're following Gwen's day at work.
It was basically a template of Rose, but let's set her in a police station.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was an exact template of that. We follow this character running her humdrum life, like she's settled in her job, but she just happens to be a police officer in this case. But she seems she's not like action-packed in her thing, and she stumbles into a situation that she sees a bit weird. She's got a partner that seems to be a little bit like, what did they call him? She says, "Oh, you've met my partner then," something like that.
Like mundane or something? Or
Yeah. It's literally a template and I was like, we're setting up our hero quest here in a classic Russell T Davies manner.
Well, you've got to set up the series.
Oh, completely. We get Jack come in. He is the Doctor in this scenario. He's got all the answers. He's got the swagger. I nearly pissed myself when they had him at the top of the building looking out over Cardiff. Thought that was hilarious. Like, stick him at the edge of a building looking out over Cardiff. But never mind. We've got him in his hero moments. He's a man with all the knowledge. He's the powerful one, the charismatic one. Who is this man? Who is this Jack? Who is the Doctor? We've got all that going on. It's setting up in exactly the same way. They are like mirror templates.
Yeah, it's a template that works though. And, you've got when Gwen goes in.
It is a template that works.
When Gwen goes down, it's just like her going into the TARDIS or whatever.
Oh yeah, we discover in the same way that even when she meets a monster and he sits there and we meet a monster, she sees it, she doesn't believe it. Her seeing out the universe was her sitting in front of a monster, and we're like, this is what it's going to be. In Rose, it's her looking out at the universe out of a vessel. In this, it's her sitting in front of a monster. Like, this is what you're going to do. It's all set out for you very nicely. Jack has all the tricks. He can give you a drink and you'll forget everything. Like, they've got every trick in your thing, and maybe not everything's as honest as you think. Everyone goes back with their perfumes and their little devices and all that sort of stuff,
Let's just talk about some of the characters then. So, Jack is back. Yeah. We did like him in the first series of Doctor Who.
Yeah, great.
So it makes sense that they're bringing him back. Still a bit of a mystery around there. So it explains that he can't die because last time we saw him, it was Bad Wolf Rose bringing him back to life because he got exterminated. And then the last shot we see of him is him coming to life, and he was left on the game station. So we've still got a bit of a gap of actually how did he end up on 21st Century Earth. We know it's Cardiff because of the rift and the Doctor landed there and everything. So we've got all of that explanation.
We know that. That's been made clear. That's where the TARDIS was. Yeah.
So we get a bit of explanation of that, but we still don't know. And he's in his uniform, his World War II uniform.
Of course.
And when the police are investigating, they're trying to, he is on record as disappearing in World War II, which lines up with Nancy and all of that of what we saw back then, which seems ages ago now. From my memory of watching Torchwood, and it has been a while since I watched these, he is the least interesting person for me, which is why I was a bit unsure of him when he turned up in Doctor Who. He's never been my favourite. We'll see how it goes, but still, he's the least interesting person of Torchwood for me. I've never really liked him that much, but we'll see how it goes. I might reevaluate it this time.
I think what he is a really strong similarity to the Doctor. And that's why it works. And that's why you can have something like this, like a darker version, as it were, or an older version. Because Doctor Who is Doctor Who. No one really wants to... This is where things get controversial, where you're trying to push it too much, because what it is what it is. It's a family show. It's, the Doctor is the Doctor. He's an established character. He is who he is. But with someone like Jack, who's very similar, he's very charismatic, like the Doctor is, has the knowledge of the universe, like the Doctor does, all these sorts of things, can live. I mean, that's also been established. There's a lot of very similar things, sometimes very similar way. The most interesting character isn't necessarily the Doctor, but it's the companions and people that join him.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's where he holds that role, but isn't necessarily the main protagonist. It's like he holds that fort together,
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like Rose, it's Gwen that we follow, and played by Eve Miles, who played Gwyneth in the Charles Dickens story.
Ah!
Did you not realise?
No.
So that's her, which links up quite nicely because she's the one that let the girl through in the rift back in Cardiff back then, actually, which is quite a nice link. So yeah, so that's her. I mean, she's gone on to do loads.
Oh yeah, she's done so much stuff.
She's done. Yeah. Are you liking Gwen then when you're following her as much? Like, because we loved Rose and all of that journey. Are you liking?
Yeah,
her?
It does feel a little bit like I'm watching an episode of Hollyoaks.
Right.
I don't know if it's like the script a little bit and it being set in a nighttime. So I don't know. There's something about it. For people that don't know, Hollyoaks is a soap in the UK. There's now moved to being online, actually. It's not on TV anymore. How would you explain Hollyoaks?
Well, it's like a teen soap, isn't it?
But it's not a teen soap because actually it was more of a...
hang on, it depends what you're talking about. Are you talking about late night Hollyoaks?
Well, exactly. That's what I mean. Hollyoaks had like different versions of it.
I've got a Hollyoaks DVD, actually.
Yeah.
One of the first DVDs that I ever bought was the Late Night Hollyoaks in Decent Behaviour.
Everyone looked beautiful in it. It was set like in Chester. Everyone was beautiful and young in it. And it had maybe a bit more raunchier storylines and stuff in it. And it also had a late night version. So like once every 2 weeks, or twice a week, sorry. There'd be like an episode after some...
Every now and then, yeah. Or
every now and then
this was straight to DVD, this one. For a limited time only, apparently. It's all revealed in this steamy, sexy and hard-hitting Hollyoaks special, available exclusively on video for a limited period.
That image there looks like a porno.
I know, I can't believe I bought this when I was like, was it 15? Maybe I must have been over 15. I don't remember.
But I don't know why, but it sort of has like, when she's in that bar with him, it reminds me of Hollyoaks.
I don't know. I mean, it's a very different because it's set on Earth. You don't have all the Doctor Who-y spaceship stuff. You don't I mean, you've got the Weevils. It's very Earth-bound. It's like, we're going back to like John Pertwee's first season sort of thing. It's all going to be set in Cardiff as well, not just Earth. Cardiff.
Maybe this is why it reminds me of Hollyoaks. And everyone's beautiful. And you've got like the clubs as well. And like, I don't know.
It's a little bit dated, but do you actually like Gwen?
Yeah, but I think it's her acting reminds me of like soap acting.
I think she does really well.
I think she does. I do like her. I think it's just that time and that style.
Maybe it's her time. Okay, we'll get used to it.
I think it's that. I do like her. I think it's just something about... I feel like it's some of the music and the editing of it.
Well, as I say, it's a little
I don't think
bit...
it's her acting. I can't put my finger on what it is that makes me feel like... But I don't think it's her acting of it. I think like some of the cuts of things.
Okay, well,
like I said, it's like when Jack stood out looking over Cardiff.
I mean, yeah, there are some
and
bits.
And then she's next to him, and I was like...
It doesn't always match up to TV now, necessarily. It might have dated a little bit more than Doctor Who at the time has dated, maybe. Okay, we start off, though, it's quite a good setup. I mean, there's a lot of rain in this. Poor actors out there with that rain machine
It's very
pouring down.
Cardiff. It's been raining all day here.
I mean, the reason it's pouring with rain is that the rain can stop when they resurrect the guy. That is literally the only reason. But yeah, I suppose it's Cardiff as well. That really sort of sets up the kind of tone of how it's going to be. So there's the police and everything, and someone's been murdered, and they use this glove to resurrect him, and it's a bit of a weird situation. Do you recognise where that's filmed? Next to the...
It's in town.
It's the NCP car park near Cineworld. Yeah.
Round the back there,
down that
isn't
alleyway.
it?
Yeah, so that's our first location watch. That's very recognisable.
We were trying to work out when watching it if it was the Bay or not, and I was like, that's not the Bay, that's town.
So obviously Torchwood turn up, and we've got our gang, and you recognise Jack, of course. And then the other characters we have are Tosh, Owen and Susie. So Susie's the one with the glove. So what are you making? I mean, we don't really get to see many of the other team in this. It's all about Gwen and setting it up, isn't it? So
it's mainly about Gwen and Jack setting Torchwood are, and the mystery of Jack, really.
So it's interesting. So Tosh, I don't know if you recognise her.
They were all faces that I sort of recognised.
Tosh has been in the Who universe before. So she was in the Slitheen story where, you know, with the space pig.
Yeah.
She's the scientist that was like looking at this pig. Played by the same actress. I mean, I don't think, from what I remember, maybe there is a line somewhere, but I don't think they say it on screen, but I think it's implied that it's the same character. So obviously she's encountered aliens, and then Torchwood has come along and maybe employed her after that. So that's a nice little link. Well, actually, let's just talking about the characters then. So we do see Torchwood, very different to the Yvonne Hartman Torchwood that we had in London.
Very. That's gone.
That's all went at the end of Doctor Who. And so they've got all these gadgets. They're harvesting alien equipment and doing a bit of an X-Files thing, a bit more like a more top secret unit. And we see all of our regular characters taking stuff home, which is quite a funny thing when Jack's like telling her that it's all top secret and everything. So I think Tosh takes home a nice little thing that she can like decipher alien languages or whatever.
Or scan books.
Scan books, yeah. Or something like that. It sort of sums up her character, I suppose. I suppose she will be the studious one, the more sensible one. Owen has this spray.
Brilliant.
I don't think they would do something like that now. You probably get people complaining. It's a bit rapey, the spray.
Hey, used it on the partner as well.
Yeah. I mean, you're not getting that in Doctor Who. You're getting that in Hollyoaks, but you're not getting that in Doctor Who.
That's what I mean. I feel that's why it's very Hollyoaksy. Even the bar feels like a Hollyoaks bar.
Yeah. Oh, do you know which bar?
I was trying to work out, was that salt? What used to be salt in the Bay?
No.
Where was that?
So that is... Okay, so that one, it's in town. You know, down where the job centre is, down that road. I'm pretty sure... Oh, Icon! It was Icon. I think that's gone. You know Icon? The bar. It was just it's in Icon.
That's gone now. That's gone now.
That's gone now. Yeah. But the one that Jack and Gwen are in.
Yeah, that's in. Oh, where was that? Because she comes out of it, and I was like, that's in town.
Well, apparently there's one where Jack's ordering a drink, which is the Pen and Wig, apparently. But then when she comes out of the bar, that's more in town. Near the stadium. So there's lots of different sort of the exteriors and the interiors are all sort of mixed up a little bit.
They're in the Pen and Wig. That's near.
We've been to the Pen and Wig.
Yeah. I like the Pen and Wig.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So they're right across Cardiff. I mean, they've got a good selection of places. It's funny to see where they are out on the street and stuff. How actually things have changed quite a lot in terms of the redevelopment of Cardiff.
And yet some things haven't. And when he's going under that underpass, I'm like, that hasn't changed at all.
Just going back to the characters though, what are your initial reactions to them as this being like the regular team that you're going to be seeing week on week? Because it's a bit different to Doctor Who.
I really like the pizza scene.
Okay, the pizza scene, yeah. Love the pizza scene. Going up to we have stood where Yanto's shrine is, which is the entrance to Torchwood. And we saw Yanto at the reception there. as well. That's Yanto, by the way. It's not me. So he's another one of our regulars, but he doesn't really get much to do in this. But as a sort of a gang of regulars, are you looking forward to sort of seeing all of their individual, I'm sure they'll all get individual stories as we go on, because it's very different to Doctor Who, because we've only really had one companion, one Doctor to sort of get used to. Actually, we've got a whole lot now of regulars.
Well, I mean, technically it's 4, but we'll come to that. You don't know that until the end. But yeah, like initially, I remember thinking this is quite a lot of people to get to know.
The story of this particular episode, the Susie aspect of it, I mean, it's a very quick whodunit in a way, isn't it? But it's just there in the background, isn't it? It's a bit like the Auton invasion was literally just Autons, get rid of the plastic stuff, and they all just drop down, and that's it. There's not much to it because you're explaining about the story, aren't you? I mean, I quite like that.
It was quite clever, actually, because initially I was thinking, these are all the people we're going to have to get to know. And then she's gone. Like, she's there, she's gone, she's not in it.
She's not. But even that moment where Gwen is like trying to remember and everything, and you just see the sort of the sparks and you see the knife, it's a very clever to do to make one of your supposed new regulars the baddie. I don't think I saw that coming when I first watched it.
No, I definitely didn't see it coming. And when she was doing the flashbacks, I thought she was having flashbacks of what she'd seen, not like I thought she was trying to like piece together like everything with Torchwood. I didn't realise it was going to piece together that.
Well, she saw that when she walked in. That was what Susie was doing, Oh, and actually, side note as well, when she walks in and looks all the stuff, you see the Doctor's hand in the jar from Christmas Invasion. So that's hanging around.
Out,
That's hanging around. I love in the hub, actually, as well, that it's the continuation of the silver thing in the bay going down.
I think you actually see the bottom of it, like it's an actual thing.
Like it actually goes down. I wonder in real life if it goes any further down. Maybe it does. Who knows? And I noticed they had the water on the whole time.
Yes.
Probably especially.
Unlike when we were there.
It looks great at night time, though.
It
looks really good at night time, the way it's lit.
It looks also as good when it's on.
And obviously the Millennium Centre is prominent as well. And that's how Gwen remembers. She's written "Remember" on her Millennium Centre brochure. So it's actually, it's great that it's actually part of the story. Oh, yeah. So Susie. Yeah. So the whole Susie storyline, I mean, it conveniently leaves a gap for Gwen to join Torchwood. But I was really shocked when Susie got the gun out and just shot Jack in the head just like that. That was...
Oh, yeah.
But again, useful to establish that Jack can come back to life, because this is the first time, well, obviously in Bad Wolf we saw it.
But also just to see it, because it's also established that no one can see them. And I thought this is how he's going to get them. All of that's great. It's real suspenseful. She has no idea what's going on. She's still trying to piece everything back together. It's really good. It's a really good suspenseful ending.
And we have a little bit of an explanation, like the Weevils are there. They just sort of come through the rift. Things come through the rift. And that's what's setting up the story as well, isn't it? Love the Weevil costume.
Weevil looks amazing. It's a fantastic costume, actually. Really simple. Sometimes the simple ones are the best. It's just like a head and the teeth. It's fantastic.
I quite like their PVC little pajamas they wear as well.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were their prison uniforms or not. When he's in prison, I was like, his prison outfit. I was like, I wouldn't mind that myself, actually, some pajamas like that.
Well, he's wearing it in the hospital, isn't he? I think whenever we see Weevil, they're always wearing that outfit, as far as I can remember. So, but it doesn't do the alien stuff too much. It still sort of grounds it in Earth, and you see Gwen, doing a day-to-day police stuff as well. And we've got her colleague, that's PC Andy, who is going to be a recurring character as well.
Andy, the most blasé name ever for everyone to remember.
I mean, PC Andy, I'm just saying, he is got many a Torchwood box set. He's turned up in many Doctor Who Big Finishes as well. PC Andy has done a lot of Big Finish, can I just say? PC Andy has his own Torchwood spin-off series on audio. Just saying.
Oh
okay.
My God.
Just talking about Big Finish, there's over 100 Torchwood audios as well. That's how, that's how big a part of the world. And actually, just at the time, there was a Torchwood magazine for a short while as well, while this was out.
I remember it being big. I remember Torchwood being a big thing. I do remember it being really big.
I wonder if anybody came to Torchwood first before Doctor Who. There must be people out there that have done that, or only watch Torchwood and aren't interested in Doctor Who. I wonder if there is.
Oh, for sure.
I reckon there is.
There'll definitely be people that came to Torchwood before Doctor Who. There'll be people that have thought, I do not care about Doctor Who, not even going to touch it, and then stumbled onto Torchwood.
Maybe I'm putting too much on this. Like, if you like a procedural or a bit of a... if you like sort of like the X-Files... no, you see, the X-Files is so much darker and weirder. This is a bit more glossy than the X-Files.
Well, we'll see. I mean, for me, this still feels like a Doctor Who spin-off.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. That's how you're finding it. And obviously, I'm coming to it as a Doctor Who spin-off, so it's in that world. They're trying to get the tone right because no one's ever done this before. The only nearest thing we've actually watched to it is the Probe things with Liz Shaw, which sort of went a bit too the other way. That was more like an X-Files-y type thing with Liz. This has the humour in it as well, and a bit more fun.
This feels like a proper spin-off.
But it feels like...
This feels centred in that world still.
It does feel like that.
And connected. It still feels connected to that world.
It's so bizarre that they stand on the top of the Millennium Centre at the end as well. Like, how do they get up there?
Yeah, I was like, that's the top of the Millennium Centre. No. The weirdest one. The Millennium Centre I can give. It's the building one for me. The edge of that building.
I mean, I suppose he's overseeing his city. He needs to protect the city, and he's looking over like, this
so
is
weird.
my...
I was like, I don't even think that's anywhere prominent. They've just found a really cool looking building and stuck him on the end. Stuck someone to look like him on the end of it.
Yeah, it's definitely not
no
him.
way that is John Barrowman on the end of a building. There is no way. They've done a few close-ups and they've stuck a guy on the end of a building that has a point. That's not even a prominent building in Cardiff. I can't tell you what building that is. Do you know?
I don't know. It's near, you can see the train tracks nearby. So
I don't even know if it's in Cardiff.
It will be. Yeah, it will be. It will be. Like right in the centre somewhere near the British Gas building or something. I don't know.
No, not having it. Not having it.
It is in Cardiff somewhere. Hang on, let me just check if it's on the locations thing. Jack standing on top of the building. Oh, I've just seen, you know when Gwen goes into Torchwood and she walks down the corridor, she comes out the reception and she's going into the hub. That's that's Cardiff Castle corridor there they've used.
Oh, is it?
Going in. So there's so many locations.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, there we go. Jack stands on top of a tall building. It's called Atulaso. It's currently the tallest residential building in Wales.
It's not.
Atulaso.
It's taller now.
Completed in 2005, so it would have been quite new. It's literally next to the train tracks. I think when you come out of Cardiff Station, or maybe it's near Queen Street towards the bay, it says the picture is taken from the top of the NCP Raputs car park. So anyway, nobody knows what we're talking about here. Unless you know. Anyway, you can definitely do a good locations tour of Cardiff just for this one first episode. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy going through these because it has been a while. I think it got good viewing figures from like sort of general, maybe from the fans, sort of mixed reviews. And we'll see just in maybe some of the characterization and things. But as a setup, I think it does just as good a job as Rose does. For a setup of a new series, introduces all these characters. We're in Cardiff. There's aliens. We have Torchwood. Yeah, we'll see once it starts to, once it gets going.
I think where I was like, this is a grown-up show, is when you see next week's episode.
Okay, well, next week is called Day One, and it's obviously Gwen's first day as a member of Torchwood. So, I'm looking forward to seeing the interaction between the Torchwood guys as well, how that develops and how because exciting.
I don't even know how many there are, so we'll see.
I can't remember now, actually, but I think it's
find out.
The same as a series of Doctor Who, more or less. Right, everybody, there we are. Let us know what you think of Torchwood. I know listener Dan was telling me, I don't know if he's going to watch along, he's never seen Torchwood before, so hopefully you are watching along with us. I think most fans have watched Torchwood. I don't think people will be like, oh, I'm not watching that. In the meantime, everybody, you can follow us at 2WatchWho. It is 2WatchWho, not 2WatchTorchwood. And you can follow us at Patreon at 2WatchWho as well. Yeah, and we will see you next time for Day 1. Bye.
2 Watch Who.
Whoa!